Previously, my idea was not to study in Germany. Previously, when I was in SHS, I always wanted to study in the US. It aligns with the career path that I want to be, the field of engineering and maths, physics, and all that. As a normal person who just completed SHS in Ghana, you cannot directly get into a German university. Although WAEC or WASI is a certificate that's actually recognized here, but it's not recognized as a German university entrance qualification, right? So I had to, use a hack. I decided to go to a Ghanaian university for 1 year and then transit into this country, because if you go to the Ghanaian university for 1 year, that one you have a university entrance qualification, you have an experience in it.
Hi guys, welcome again to the Film Plug for You. So I'm Ernest, and we cover study abroad, working in finance and other related areas. So in today's episode, this is a very unique and special episode because we've never covered this section before. So we would like to, talk about someone who is very special and whose, story journey is a very, unique one. So this person did his bachelor's in Germany. So we will speak to this personality to give us an insight in terms of his journey, how he was able to, move from his home country to Germany, the visa process, the challenges, the cultural shocks, and all that. So this is really going to be value packed and is going to be really good session. Stay tuned and let's dive right into the video. Hi, Mike, and welcome to the Film Plug for You. We are
Thank you very
very
much.
delighted to have you here today.
Me too.
Could you please introduce yourself to our audience?
Yeah. My name is Michael Ampedu. Precisely, I'm from Kwa. Yeah, that goes by my name. Um, I attended Wesley Senior High School in Ghana, Konongo, and from there I went to KNUST where I studied metallurgical engineering for 1 year. Yeah, so that's actually a brief introduction about me. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much for such an intriguing introduction and a very interesting one indeed.
Yeah.
Um, so why Germany? Why did you choose Germany for your bachelor's degree?
Okay, I would say previously my idea was not to study in Germany. Previously, when I was in SHS, I always wanted to study in the US. So I used some of my SHS transcript to apply to certain schools like East Tennessee University, Miami University, Michigan Tech University. And obviously, I got admission, but I didn't get a scholarship that I wanted. So I decided to study in KNUST. So I applied for metallurgy in KNUST. Then I had the idea of why don't I try a different country, right? Because there are a lot of countries around the world. So my brother was also previously in Germany,
Okay.
and I thought about, why don't I join my brother? Since he's outside, he can help me with some things that I need to do. It's hard if you live outside your country and there's no one close to you who can direct your path and tell you
Yeah.
the right things.
Yeah.
So I decided to study in Germany. I had a mindset when I entered tech first year. I knew that definitely I will study in Germany. I will not complete tech. That was the mindset. So I
Okay.
I chose Germany because it's the third largest economy in the world. And when it
Definitely.
comes to technology, Germany is actually one of the countries that's on top. And
That's
it aligns with the career path that I want to be, the field of engineering and maths, physics, and all that. So I realized that aside China and other countries, Germany is also known for, its excellence in the technology or the technical field. So I decided to study in Germany. And I didn't let the language be a barrier to me because I knew that we are always going to find a way. Yeah. So that's actually the reason why I chose Germany. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's a very interesting reason. So
Yeah.
you yourself, you knew you were in transit at KNUST.
Oh yeah. Me when I entered Kenya, I said to myself, I'm not completing this school.
Oh
I will
wow.
I'll have to leave. I'll have to leave probably after my first year or after my second year. But I left after my first year. So yeah,
Oh
glory
wow.
be to God.
Wow. I see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely. I mean, it's a blessing, to just start and then just transition to another country, because for some of us we need to go through the whole 4 years,
Yeah.
finish, do our national service, and then we had the opportunity to travel. So for you, I think it's a really good one.
Yeah.
So in terms of the application process, how was it like, and how did you get admission to your university?
Okay. So as a normal person who just completed SHS
Yeah.
in Ghana, you cannot directly get into a German university.
Oh,
Although WAEC or WASI is a certificate that's actually recognized here, but
mhm.
it's not recognized as a German university entrance qualification, right? So I had to use a hack. I decided to go to a Ghanaian university for 1 year
Okay.
and then transit into this country. Because if you go to the Ghanaian university for 1 year, that one you have a university entrance qualification, you have an experience in a university, right? So we have something that people who would like to come here after SHS, straight after SHS, and do their bachelor's, we have something called a Studienkolleg.
Okay.
And before you do your Studienkolleg, you have to finish your German course because most of the Studienkolleg that I know are being offered in German. So
Mhm.
let's say you want to start a bachelor's, you completed school in, let's say, you completed SHS in, let's say, 2020, right?
Yeah.
And you decided to come to Germany. Before you even get into a Studienkolleg, you have to complete a German course. So let's
Okay.
say you complete a German course. Let's say it takes you 1 year to complete the German course.
Yeah.
And that's when you're going to get a chance to enter into your Studienkolleg, right?
Okay.
Now, the Studienkolleg also lasts for approximately 1 year. So it means
Three.
that you are spending 2 years before
Yeah.
you are getting into your bachelor's. But I mean,
Yeah.
I skipped that process. I
Okay.
skipped the stress of doing Studienkolleg, doing the language for 1 year before getting into Studienkolleg.
Oh
So
wow.
I decided to enter my Ghanaian university because if you are from a university, you have a university
Yeah.
experience and you are coming, they waive the Studienkolleg
Okay.
because we have something we call subject restricted admission. So it
Okay.
means that the course of study that you were studying in your previous country, that's in Ghana,
Yeah.
has to be the same course of study or a course of study that is somehow related to your course of study that you were studying in Ghana. So let's say
Okay.
you are applying to a German university and you want to waive the Studienkolleg, right? You apply for the same course in that German university or a related course. So
Mm.
me, I was doing metallurgical engineering in Ghana.
Yeah.
So I applied for material science and engineering because material science and engineering is in the same department with metallurgical engineering. So I gained the admission very simple because imagine, let's take someone who just completed SHS, right? Who's
Yeah.
applying to the same program, the material science in this German university, and me that have gained a university experience and I have a 1 year transcript of my grades, which
Yeah.
was really,
Think.
and I'm applying, the one who's going to get the upper hand. So
Yeah.
that's actually one of the things that helped me to do away with the Studienkolleg and apply. But first thing that I did, I really did a lot of research about schools, German universities, because I realized in Germany you don't pay most of the public universities, you don't pay tuition fees. The only thing you pay is a semester fee. And I chose the right program, which is actually related to my course. And I considered the city because
Okay.
you have to consider the city as an international student. You can't just
Uh,
maybe you are coming from a rich home. Yeah, that one you can consider the bigger cities because your accommodation and everything, the cost of living
okay.
over there is high. So I considered the smaller city for me to build myself up financially, mentally, academically, which is really helping me.
Oh
Yeah.
wow. 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 Yeah. That's a very smart way of getting into German
Yeah,
bachelors.
that's
Because
very
I know a lot of the bachelors are in Deutsch. So for
yeah.
you to be able to skip the student college and then also skip German, I think it's a very smart move that you did. Yeah, definitely. So that means you didn't understand any Deutsch, or your program don't require any Deutsch.
Okay, my program required Deutsch,
Okay.
and you we have something we call conditional admission, right?
Okay.
Conditional admission is either you are being put on a student colleague or you are being put on a German intensive program. That
Okay.
after your German program, your German language lesson, you can start your degree.
Okay.
But mine was a bit like bilingual, so I didn't really concentrate much on the studying because when I got here, I I had a different mindset of putting the language first.
Okay.
So I paused the school for a while
Yeah.
and started learning the language. And currently, I would say I'm on the C1 level.
Oh wow.
And I would like to continue. I would like to continue this winter semester. So I just
Yeah.
want to put away the stress of the language. I just want to finish it once and for all, gain my certificate and put it down. And I mean, you know how it feels when you
Of
have
course,
the
of course,
language,
of course.
you don't
Yeah.
think this
Yeah.
much. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. So you used 1 year to get to
Yeah.
see one.
Yeah. I
Oh
use
my.
one to get to see.
This is
When I
an
was
inspiration.
when I was coming to Germany, I actually started some online classes,
Okay.
A1 classes
Mm,
in Ghana before coming because it's actually when you're going for your visa interview and they realize that your program is in Deutsch or your program is bilingual,
yeah.
they require you to at least show some enthusiasm of learning the language, even though you are coming here to learn the language or something, but they require you to at least prove that you have started doing something.
Yeah.
So and that was actually under the reason. The reason was for me personally to be able to speak the language very well. So I actually studied A1 in Ghana. I didn't complete the A1 and
Yeah.
I used it for my visa application and I came and I started A1 again. Then fast forward, we are here. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Great stuff. Yeah. Kudos. Well done. I mean,
Thank you.
for achieving such feats within a
Yeah.
year. Something that people 5, 10 years, you're able
Yeah.
to accomplish it within a year. So
Yeah.
I must say you've really done well. Yeah. So in terms of visa application, how was your experience like?
Okay, I would say the one thing about visa application is after you gaining your admission from the school
Yeah.
and you showing your proof of financial status, that's
Mhm.
the blocked accounts. I
Yeah.
think there's nothing really stressful about it if you have the right documents, if you have everything valid. I don't
Okay.
think you have to worry about anything because
Yeah.
people that get rejected are mostly people that they panic at the interview. I mean, there's a little bit of panic when you get there, but when you know what you are doing, when you know the goal, you just go there and deliver excellently and you just
Yeah.
come.
That's
So
very
the
true.
visa process was a little bit stressful
Okay.
because I started looking for appointment dates in October 2023
Mm-hmm.
and I got an appointment date on 1st January 2024.
Oh wow.
So
Took
you
a
could see
while.
how stressful it was back
Yeah.
then looking for appointment dates and all that. But recently they have made it online to do away with the stress of this bureaucracy, looking for a long time waiting of appointment dates and all that. Which I even made a video about it on my YouTube channel, so
Oh
maybe
yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
can check it out. And
Definitely.
yeah, I would say the visa process wasn't that for me personally that it wasn't really stressful because I knew what I was going to do and I
Yeah.
went and I delivered. I didn't uh, feel any kind of pressure. I mean, there's pressure though, but if you know
Mm,
what you're doing, you just deliver it excellent.
definitely. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So as far as you've put things in place, you've done your research. I don't think you should really, be stressed
Yeah,
or yeah. Okay, yeah, like Mike mentioned, he has a YouTube channel. I'll put the link in the description box below. Guys, go check it out. It has really good content. I've checked it out and I was like, whoa, how, how is this guy doing it? Yeah. So I think you need to check this out. Definitely, you need to check it out. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for watching his videos and subscribing as well. So
Yeah,
let's support
thank
a
you.
brother for sure. Yeah. Okay, so now let's move on to moving from Ghana to Germany, because if you are traveling to a new country, it comes with its own, cultural shocks and all
Yeah,
those kind of stuff. So
yeah.
how will you describe your first few days in Germany?
Okay, so as you said, the cultural shocks and especially the food
Yeah,
and their seasons and time. When I came, it was like we were in summer,
yeah,
so it could be like when it's even like 10 p.m., 9:30, the sun is still out.
yeah,
So it made me realize that if you don't manage your time well in a day and you mess things up,
yeah.
thinking that, oh, when it's dark, that's when it's
You do
the
something.
actual night, you do something.
Mhm.
By the time you realize, you'll be sleeping at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, which
That's
is
true.
actually
Yeah.
bad. And the food also, I really got adapted to the food really quick because I'm someone who I don't reject anything, I just eat and I just yeah, I just got adapted to it within my favorite food that I came here that I got really attached to was donut. When I came,
Oh, doner kebab.
I was,
Yeah,
I was, I
yeah.
was so addicted to donut. I was so addicted to croissant. I was a lot of German. I don't know if it's a German food, but a lot of foods here.
Doner kebab is a Turkish food.
Yeah, yeah, I
Uh,
think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, yes.
Especially where I found myself, the community, the
Yeah,
church that I found myself, they were so welcoming. It was a multicultural church, even though it's a German church, but I mean, people from other countries are also there, which
okay.
actually one of the areas that I would say it helped me to build up my Deutsch because most of the people there will be speaking Deutsch with you, and even where I work also, uh, they always speak Deutsch. Where I work, they don't even speak English.
Oh
So
wow.
every day, at least, if you don't hear anything, you are going to hear one word that you have never heard before. Then,
Yeah,
um, and
that's amazing.
the people were so nice, and some people say that some Germans are really, somehow. But
Yeah,
I think it depends on the personality. It depends. It's not everyone, but
okay.
um, the
But I
ones.
think in general they are very like
Yes, yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, they are so welcoming. A German would be walking with you. A German would be, I mean, you have not seen her before, him before, and I mean, their facial is actually somehow serious, but you
yeah.
think person is you can't approach this person. But the moment you say hello to that person, the moment you say
They pop out
hi,
to
they
you.
do
Yeah,
that smiley face. I mean, they are so welcoming. They just welcome you and all that. So
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
actually felt lonely a bit because even though my family, my brother is here, my sister is here,
Okay.
I, I felt a bit lonely because of some friends that I left in Ghana and
Oh yeah,
things
yeah.
I
It
I
happens.
couldn't do again, and some
Yeah.
food that I didn't do again. You
Yeah,
know, uh, I mean, it was it was really somehow for me. Yeah, I was
definitely. I can understand because changing countries, you leave all your friends, you
yeah.
leave a lot of your family members. So it's like you are starting from scratch. So, I mean, everyone goes through what you went through. So it's normal and it takes time to just get over it and, feel okay. I'm sure now it's much better than when you moved.
Oh
So,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, yeah,
yeah,
now we are that.
yes, such as life. Okay, so you did mention that you did 1 year in KNUST.
Yes,
Now you've done 1 year in Germany.
yeah.
If you are comparing both of them, is there any significant difference in the educational system?
Yeah, I would say there are a lot of differences, a lot of differences in the educational system here.
Yeah.
I would say the educational system here is quite flexible for an international student, and
Okay.
for international students, you have to also balance your school with work.
Yeah.
And I mean, KNUST is a university, so your mommy, daddy paying your school fees and all that. You don't really have something that a work that you are in aside schooling that you would say, today I will not go to school, today I'll go to work, the
Mm-hmm.
next day I'll go to school, the next day I'll not go to work. You see,
Yeah.
but here you have to balance your work with your education, and
Okay.
also their teaching system is quite different, and
Yeah.
their
Okay.
period of it's actually flexible for you to take decision, because I think Germany, you have a lot of time to complete your bachelor. So they say, the last time I heard, they said it's 8 years interval or
Okay.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
and so you just it's flexible. I would say it's
Yeah.
flexible.
Yeah. Definitely. Even in the master's level, you can take like semester breaks,
Yeah, yeah,
depending on the university. So you can take a break to do internship or study the language, or
yeah.
have personal reasons.
That's
Yeah.
actually what I did.
think-
Yeah,
yeah, it's really good, because people want to do stuff while studying. So the fact that they incorporate such flexibility, I think
yeah.
it makes things easy,
But
for
I don't
students.
think it's like that in Ghana. Ghana, you
No,
cannot
no.
tell a professor you are going to do something. They are going. They are
Yeah,
leaving
not
you.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you very much for
Yeah.
answering these questions. It's been very, very entertaining, interesting, and educative section. I don't want to take too much of your time. So at this point, I would like to ask you, is there any final advice for someone in Ghana, in India, Bangladesh, whichever country, who are planning or who is planning to pursue their bachelor's in Germany?
Okay, I would tell you to prepare a
Okay.
lot,
Yeah.
do a lot of research. Don't let the language be a barrier to you, because most of the people I know would want to go to other countries because of the language barrier here.
Yeah.
And there are lots of opportunities here if you really learn the language. So just do your I really encourage people to do their own research,
Mm-hmm.
and if they don't really understand something in the research that they have done, they
Yeah.
reach out to someone who knows it better.
Yeah.
Understand? Because some people really want everybody, like someone to do everything for them.
That's true.
They don't want to put their self into it. So I would encourage them to, because if you research a lot and you know a lot about the country, and you
Yeah.
are coming to ask someone like me,
Mm-hmm.
and I tell you something that's opposite of what you researched, you tell me, nah, this is what you researched. I mean,
Fact.
you
Fact.
understand?
Yeah.
So it makes it really good for you, and I would ask them to pray a lot in these process, because I mean, you know,
Very
you don't
important.
take it
Yeah.
for granted. Yeah,
Definitely, definitely. Yeah. So we've come to the end of this session.
thank
And
you.
I would say a very big thank you for coming on our channel to share your story. And I
Welcome.
know definitely is going to inspire people out there. So guys, if you've enjoyed this session, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and put us on notification. And also, like I said, Mike, he has a YouTube channel, so check his channel up. I'll put it in the description box. And thank you so much for watching to this stage. So I will say auf Wiedersehen and see you soon.
Man.
Bye. Cheers.